This is morning of an event. We're going to Isleham BE100 today. Russell platted bath, ready to rock and roll. It's quite early and my dressage is at 10:40. Yeah, we shall see how the day goes. Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. Here you're seeing Ruffian and I competing at Isleham BE100 doing the 106-2012 dressage test. Ruffian warmed up really beautifully and felt really good going into this dressage test. I actually did the option of not putting studs in for this event and it seemed to work. He didn't slip at all. The ground was really good and yes, he listened really nicely for me. But sadly, as you'll watch twice later on in the dressage test, I totally learnt the wrong dressage test. I thought that canter was longer than it was, and it wasn't, and so I got 4 penalties throughout this dressage test for actually learning the incorrect dressage test. So I was very disappointed in myself. As you can see, Ruffian did an absolutely beautiful job, very workmanlike, but yes, both canter down transitions back to trot I did too late and was blown up twice. But despite learning the wrong test, he did a really nice test for me. And here you can see I was meant to trot in that corner and she blows me up and I have to listen and understand where I went wrong, and then she corrected me and then I went back and continued the movement and then trotted in the correct place. But this is eventing. I thought I'd prepared myself to the best of my ability for this event and I totally just learnt the wrong dressage test, but it happens to all the best. And yes, he did a lovely free walk on a long rein, really stretched for me. He's got a lovely walk. I can use it to my advantage because he's quite a lazy horse and he's not one to jog when you gather the reins. And then just preparing him nice and quietly for our upwards transition to trot, which he does really nicely. A little overbent, if anything, actually, within this test, and then a lovely upwards transition to canter. It's quite difficult to keep your momentum and impulsion with him because he sort of goes quite dopey, quite relaxed in his tests, and it's almost trying to keep him really excited on the job. I think that circle, in my opinion, was a little bit small on my behalf, but I think I was a little bit flustered after getting the test wrong. And here again, I was meant to trot in that corner and I continued cantering down the long side, and then I was blown up again. And bless the lady, she got out her car and told me where I went wrong again. So again, finishing off the movement and then correctly going into trot, which he did a lovely downwards transition. And at this point, I'm just thinking, when will this test end? And then just oh no, this is the 3-loop Serpentine, which he had a bit of a stumble there, but very smart. Again, trying to not allow him to swing his haunches out. He sometimes has a bad habit of that, but just doing our half 10-meter circle now up the centre line to our halt and salute, trying to keep his hind legs underneath him so he won't slip, and then sitting and asking for that halt. And he actually did a really nice square halt for him. And I was really pleased with him, but disappointed in myself. Despite my faults, we actually got a 32 dressage. We've just finished our dressage, which I forgot twice. Well, I didn't forget it, I learnt the wrong test. I thought the canters were longer than they were. So yes, I messed up both canters. But yes, no, he did a lovely test, even with all my mistakes. That will give me 4 penalties in the dressage, but then going on to the show jumping, he's just going to have some grass now, just kind of chill out a bit. He's had a bit of a wash off because it's really humid here, but he was a really good boy in the dressage. It's just annoying letting him down, but that's eventing, and I will learn for next time to not learn the wrong dressage test. But yeah, onwards and upwards. Right, on to my least favourite part of my event day, show jumping. I get really nervous for it, and I'm not too sure why, because I've got a fabulous jumping horse in the show jumping. Ruff is really super for me, and no matter how bad my nerves are, he manages to get me out of pretty sticky situations. But actually, this course I was really pleased with, especially over that orange jump we've just jumped, because I don't think horses can see the colour orange very well. So I thought it was quite cheeky of them to put it in the course, and there you just saw me literally getting jumped out the saddle. He was jumping really fab. Coming into this one-strided upright double, and then a nice 5 strides, I believe, over number 7, which was actually quite a large pink spread. It was definitely up to height. Jump that upright really carefully for me, and then just coming over this 2-strided double to finish. Took a bit of a long one, but jumped a fab clear round and I was really pleased.
Right, so we've just finished. Ruff went clear inside the time, bang on 5 minutes and 33 seconds, which was really good. You are usually a little bit too quick, but that was perfect. And then a lovely clear shoe jump. Right, so we just got back home, and it turns out Ruff and I came 4th today, which is really good, bearing in mind I learned the wrong dressage test. He was really good on the cross country, very brave, and the show jumping he had a really lovely smooth clear. And then we've got Chilham Castle next weekend, and that's just 100 again, and fingers crossed for another nice double clear, and then we can get some more qualifications in to hopefully move up the levels at the end of the season.
Thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.